John Canzano, BFT. This is 750 The Game.
Jim Patterson joining us, Senior Associate AD for Development at Oregon State.
$42 million. We're 60% of the way there with two anonymous gifts totaling $25 million. So we've got $17 million to raise, and the plan is to break ground at the end of the football season 2015. So the two donations in total from those two folks is $25 million.
Wow.
So that's 60% of the project already fundraised. And, you know, in this line of work, the 60% figure to start something off, that's a significant milestone. So we have every reason to be optimistic. What happened with the announcement, what happened with the hiring of a new head coach, hey, that's nothing but positive energy. And, you know, from what I can tell, at least from media reports that I've seen, of course, you've got the pulse on what's happening in the city of Portland and across the state of Oregon. You know, things are positive, and that's what we need, and now's the time to capitalize. We need to get out and tell this great story. This morning when I woke up, I got to be honest, I did wake up with a greater sense of enthusiasm, and I'm ready to go, and I know so is our team. What I do know, John, about Gary Anderson is that he understands the importance of his role as a head football coach in helping with development, so fundraising at an institution. You know, he's as competitive in the field with donors, alumni, supporters, fans, as he is on the field. And the word that I've gotten from people who have worked with him is that he will bring a lot to the table. And I just think generally the excitement and the buzz around his hiring, in addition to the announcement with the Valley Football Center expansion, and then really the vision to complete Reser Stadium and that west side, it's transformational for the university and certainly so for the athletic department. So we're expecting that it's going to translate into more dollars and commitments to support Oregon State football. I think the misnomer here is that there aren't a lot of people who support Oregon State athletics. Keep in mind, this is a university that just came off of a $1.1+ billion campaign for OSU, and it was, you know, well over 100,000 people donating to the cause. We have a number of athletic donors, people who support not just athletics at OSU, but the institution, that have the capacity to help us get this $17 million portion taken care of well in advance of the end of football season next year. You know, I was a Beaver fan before I was actually an employee of the OSU Foundation. And I think the thing that I'm most excited about is that, you know, what happened yesterday and what happened with the hiring of Gary Anderson, for me as a fan, I am truly inspired, because what I heard from Ed Ray, the president, what I heard from Mike Goodwin, the foundation president and CEO, and what I heard from our athletic director is alignment in purpose. There's hope, there's inspiration, and there's a commitment that, you know what, we need to take it to the next level. That means not just competing for championships, but the goal is to win. And I'm excited about that, and I think we can get out and talk to enough people in Beaver Nation that we can get this portion of the fundraising taken care of. And then, listen, we're going to follow that up with what we do on the west side to complete Reser Stadium. This is a complete vision for excellence. We're moving forward. I'm excited to be a part of it. What do you do when you're competing for the brightest and best in the College of Business? You build new facilities. And so that's what we did. There's a theme here, John, about competitiveness and excellence. And so I would just say that, you know, what really matters is what do our recruits who come to the program think about the facilities, about the community, about the state, about the support. You look at some of the other programs on campus, Wayne Tinkle's program with men's hoops, Scott Ruick, Pat Casey. I mean, these are going to be, if not already are, elite programs. I smell winning. I smell a commitment to excellence from our administration, and I'm excited to be a part of the process to help generate excitement and raise money for our student athletes so that they can be successful in the field of competition, but more importantly in the field of life. It's really simple. When you buy a ticket, whether it's a single game ticket to come down and experience, you know, big-time college football in a community like Corvallis, you're helping. If you're making a commitment to buy season tickets as a part of your season ticket purchase, you're making a donation to the organization that I work for within the athletic department, our Beaver Nation, and that money is used to help support the student athletes. And so, one of the things that I really want to make sure Beaver Nation understands, especially those people that are connected, a lot of times when you take a negative look or a negative point of view, you're taking it out on the institution if you drop your season tickets. Well, I would just say the people who lose in that equation are really our student athletes. And so by showing your support, buying a season ticket, buying season single game tickets, showing up to Reser Stadium for football, it's all about rear ends in the seats. And I think that with the commitment that has been made by the university's leadership, and I think that the commitment that's been made to bring in a coach of Gary Anderson's caliber, that should be a loud signal that we're serious and the best is yet to come from Oregon State. So now's a good time to jump on board, and if you were thinking about jumping off, think again.
Jim Patterson, hey, I appreciate your time, and thanks for coming on. I especially appreciate your passion.